you've been here for 3 months, kind of a feel for this. I know it's been more than 3 for you. Whatever the first 3. I want to just talk briefly about big concepts, about getting better over time, and specifically for women, for girls. This is kind of sports science stuff, but I'm going to make it simple. You got general abilities, like your overall endurance, your overall strength, your overall speed, general abilities, okay? You got your ability within your sport too, which soccer is your sport. Like, you have to be able to pass and shoot. You got to understand the game. You got to have aptitude for it, right? Okay? Those 2 things together add up to where you're at, okay? And if we say that it's kind of like a pyramid, your sport abilities are built upon your general abilities. Like, if you're so out of shape that you can't get through a practice, this hurts bad. How you going to work on your skills if you're so out of shape you can't even get through a practice, right? For your long-term development, both of these things have to keep getting better for you to be at your best, okay? If your general abilities stay the same, and the height of this represents how good you get, you can only build a building so much higher on the same base, right? If the foundation gets bigger, a building can get higher, right? Okay? So many times, you guys get a lot of good focus throughout the year because you're going from the high school, you're going to your club, you're back to the high school, you're back to the club. You guys get a lot of sport time. Probably, you've only gotten really about 3 solid months in your career under your belt, probably 6 for you, right? Of working on this kind of stuff, okay? So your ability to expand this down here will allow how good you are to get higher and higher. Now, here's the thing, it's unfair. Most of you are 15, right? You're soon 15, right? Most of you are 15. When a boy is 15, he's like a whisper of what he's going to be like in like 5 years. Because guys get testosterone going, and the 15-year-old and 20-year-old, or a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old, they don't look like the same species many times, right? But for the most part, women, once you hit about 15, there's still more development for your bodies to happen, but the unfair thing is that many times most of those things can be, say this in a nice way, unfair athletically. Because estrogen, the hormone that makes women women, wants you to accumulate body fat, get ready for childbirth. And typically, those things are not necessarily in line with athletics and continuing to get stronger, continuing to get faster. You can, but you have to purposefully work at them. Okay? That's why, with our testing that we're doing, you'll see the jumps that are required for a boy between 14 and 15. It's a smaller jump for a girl because there's just not as much of a jump to make. But on most of our speed tests, a 10th or a 2/10 across the year, most of you guys did like about 2 to 3 tenths in this period. But now, eking out a 10th a year or 2/10 per year is awesome. And it's not a huge improvement, but when you add those up, you think about running the agility test out there. Someone who improves 2/10 over 2 years, it's almost half a second. That means when someone's finishing, another person is like just coming off that last cone. If those people are side by side, you'd say, that person's obviously faster. But it does take that purposeful work in order to keep those gains coming. So you guys see where you're at up on the board. I'm still going to get all yours up there. Where you're at 15, if it doesn't improve at 16, your building isn't any higher. It's tougher to keep getting better and better at soccer with your overall general abilities. But if you're stronger, if you're getting better shape, if you end up faster, you're more agile, you have better balance, that creates more of a foundation that you can practice harder, you can play harder, you can show your ability in games, okay? And it's great you guys are in here as a team. We've probably never had, to my knowledge and recollection, as good of a group, male or female, of people all come to us at the same time. We really kicked butt. We really, truly did. I'm not, I'm not one to just blow up and lie at you. Like,
He's not pumping tires.
I'm not pumping tires. Okay? I'd love to have you all back in here again soon. Put your fist in there.